What's up, everyone? I'm your VCW commentator, Mr. Blade Franco, and this is your Week 4 rundown of Viral Championship Wrestling, as this Saturday will be VCW's first pay-per-view, VCW Hotbox. So let's dive right in. As we start off on the minor show, our first match of the night is a one-on-one bout in the women's competition, as we have Yuka Sakazawa taking on Ivy Now, and let's be real, it was pretty much an ass beating in the beginning of this match. Yuka was beating down Ivy Now like Ivy Now owed her money. I don't know why, it was going down like that. Yuka had full control of this match, making Ivy look like she's not ready for VCW, especially with that nice dropkick. But this was the point where Ivy Now was starting to turn it around just a little bit. She was getting a little offense on her side, but then this is where Yuka shut her down, catching her with her own submission on the outside, and then giving her a 450 splash off the ropes, just to get the pin right here for the 1-2-3. The magical girl is someone that definitely could not be beat. Congratulations to Yuka Sakazawa. And in our second match of the night, in the men's division, we had Ricky Starks go one-on-one with Bullet Club's Kenta. Now the match started off exactly as you thought it would, a straight striking competition between both competitors, as they was looking very even going back and forth. But this was one of the turning points when Ricky was able to bring it to the outside to get a little lead to his offense. But then once Kenta was able to get his break taunting Ricky Starks, that's when Kenta started to show his vicious side, coming at Ricky Starks in all angles. This was one of the big turning points to where every move that they was doing to each other was being reversed, till it led to this spear and second attempt Rochambeau, only to get a 2 count for Ricky Starks. As he tried to go for a third one, Kenta reversed it and then catched him with a flying clothesline out the corner to lead to a very unique victory of a 3 count. Congrats to Kenta of the Bullet Club. Now we are in our main event of the minor show, as we have the tag team match of Imperium taking on the brand new tag team of AM and Vince Dust, the Cartel, as they're accompanied by Bad Bunny. This match started off very uniquely. The big men was already showcasing their power over Imperium, making them look like chumps. But then there was a little bit of offense coming from Imperium, trying to give a little fight back to the new guys. But the new guys was already proven to be a little bit too strong. As you see, they're just ragdolling Giovanni through most of this match. Even Ludwig couldn't do anything with this combination. The running power slam. But this was where Gio tried to get one last bit of offense, because the match just was not going their way. But once again, the two young guys was able to get too much control of the match, as the Dust Bros was able to take them down with not one, but 2 spinning power bombs onto Giovanni in the corner. While Ludwig couldn't save his partner, the Cartel was able to get their first win. Congrats on your debut tag team victory. And now we are moving on to our all-women show on VCW Beatdown, as we start off with a 3-way dance with Timeless Toni Storm, the Submission Magician Shayna Baszler, and the Pirate Princess herself, Kairi Sane. The match started off as a typical 3-way, as you already imagined. Everybody was getting their licks in, but the 2 people that was looking the most impressive, oddly, throughout this whole triple threat was Toni Storm and Shayna Baszler. Now, I felt like Kairi maybe had a small chance, but it obviously wasn't working, as both the Submission Magician was doing too much damage onto her, to where even Toni, this was the point where Toni took her out with a Toni bomb and left with a 3 count to get her out eliminated. Now, as the rest of the match had continued, it was obvious Shayna Baszler had this match won, pretty much getting a quick submission on Toni Storm after the elimination to then clear the victory. The Submission Magician does it again. And now we're into our second match of the night, where we had our Raquel Rodriguez goes one-on-one with the Native Beast Nyla Rose in a tune-up for a #1 contendership match at VCW Hotbox. And obviously from the start, Nyla Rose was taking control of this match, making it seem like she needed that shot more than Raquel. But Raquel started to use her strength towards Nyla, because Nyla was dominating way too much. That double choke slam on the outside leading to this furious splash, only to get a 1 count, show you Nyla was not giving up. But even with a tequila bomb and a splash in the corner, it wasn't enough to where Nyla Rose then hit a senton just to get a 3 count. I don't know how this is going to affect the Intercontinental match, but congrats to Nyla Rose nonetheless. Next up, we could like call this a spectacle of sorts, because we have Broken Doll coming out with Carlos Shida taking on Asuka in a one-on-one bout. Now, Doll's been keeping a close eye on Shida lately, and I think she's really impressed to where she wants to work with her, to where Shida was putting on a good showing against the Empress of Tomorrow. But you already know Asuka. Asuka doesn't go down without a fight, because Asuka's going to bring it to you. After these quick submissions, she almost had it, but then this 2 count was probably the closest Shida was going to get to in this match, to where then Asuka was just being Asuka, coming with this furious offense afterwards and tapping out Shida, making her look very bad in the match, to where Broken Doll just seemed very irritated where at the end, but Shida was the irritated one pushing her away, leading to a match now that's going to be a VCW Hotbox between the two. In the 4th match of the night, we had our second 3-way bout as we had Chris Statlander going up against 5 Feet of Fury, Alexa Bliss, and Xia Li. This match was very, very good, but it was clearly how this match was going from the beginning, as Chris Statlander had full control over Xia Li in the beginning. And don't forget, Alexa Bliss was not being left out of the fight, throwing some offense towards Chris Statlander because she knew she was the more dangerous opponent. But then this was a funny point to where both Alexa Bliss and Chris Statlander delivered big moves to Xia Li just to eliminate her out of the match. Then it was just down to these two. Alexa Bliss was trying to take everything from Chris Statlander in this match, but Chris kept showcasing with her strength that was overpowering Alexa Bliss. And then after this devastating pile driver, Chris Statlander was able to come with the victory. Congratulations to Chris Statlander. Now for our main event of BCW Beatdown, we were supposed to have a one-on-one non-title match between these two, but then Rhea attacked Charlotte Flair before the match, leading to this epic brawl with each other, to where I can say this was probably a great showcase of what's possibly going to happen at VCW Hotbox when these two go at it for the title. But in this non-title bout, every time one got control, the other one got control. As you see, Charlotte Flair hits this natural selection for a very close 2 count, but it was not enough. And of course, Rhea Ripley wanted to try again. She then delivered the natural selection onto Charlotte, only to get a 2 count. Now that's insulting right there if I don't say so. But of course, the Queen wasn't taking that, delivering her fury of offense with moonsaults and another natural selection, this time to claim the victory. Is this what we're going to see at BCW Hotbox? Well, we will see, as Charlotte got the victory. Now, after an excellent women's show, we now move on to VCW Live with the all-men show, as we start off in a non-title bout as the Intercontinental Champion Carmelo Hayes goes one-on-one against his homie, Trick Williams. Now, this match, Trick Williams already made it clear in the beginning he was trying to make a statement that he is here for not only this title, but this division. But Carmelo was not trying to go easy on him, to where at this point in the match, these two was just throwing haymakers at each other, but Trick Williams obviously was getting ahead of him. Carmelo, feeling overwhelmed, thought he could just leave out the match. But then Naito, his future opponent, threw him back in the ring and told him, nah, finish that. So because of that happened, Trick Williams then decided to lay on a full force offense, almost getting the victory with that spin kick. But it wasn't enough, as Carmelo Hayes then started to showcase why he is the champion. And after that leg drop from the corner, it was close. Very close, just to lead to some more high-flying moves from Carmelo Hayes, and this was the big winner of the match, hitting him with this spin, with this turnover cutter, to then get a 3 count on his boy Trick Williams. Can Carmelo Hayes keep the same hype at the pay-per-view? We will see. Now, following the VCW Hotbox qualifier with Christian moving on, we then move on to our one-on-one bout where Damian Priest of the Judgment Day goes one-on-one against little homie of the family. And let's be real with this match. I sped up this shit because little homie was getting his ass beat from beginning to end. Little homie tried to get little off it somewhere, but as you see, Damian Priest was just way too strong. I felt like little homie had a chance because him winning this match was going to help his team advance into getting their title shot, but then he lost to Damian Priest, to where I almost felt bad for him after the fact. He almost got attacked by Judgment Day if it wasn't for Tony D'Angelo with the save. So for that, they now have a title versus career match coming up. If they win, they get the belts. They lose, they out of the family. Now we move on to our triple threat match of the night, towards our second VCW Hotbox qualifier between Hangman Adam Page, Swerve Strickland, and Jay White of Bullet Club Gold. This match obviously was already starting off real hot, as just like in real life, Swerve and Hangman was focused on just each other throughout the majority of this match. Jay White did try to intervene, but once he received that suplex onto the table, Hangman stole a pinfall from Swerve. And that's when it really capped off with these two. These two was going at it through the whole match to where not one, but two buckshot lariats, running knees. Heck, even Swerve hit his heel kick and his swerve stomp just to get a 2 count into this match. That's when Hangman delivered not one, but two buckshot lariats straight onto his opponent, getting him a 1-2-3 in this victory and advancing in the VCW Hotbox. Now we move on to our championship bout tonight as the challenger Miro goes one-on-one with the champion Zack Sabre Jr. for the VCW Television Championship. And this match was an international affair nonetheless. As you see off the rip, Zack Sabre Jr. was doing everything he can to weaken his opponent Miro. Because you know the big man Miro is not someone you can put down easily. Relying on all of his technical skills, he was getting somewhere oddly. But then Miro's strength just seemed to just continue to overpower the match. And even with these kicks here, he had a whole thing under control. This was probably the closest Zack Sabre Jr. had to beating Miro. But once Miro delivered that flapjack and put on the Colossus, it was over after the second attempt with the submission, just to make Zack Sabre tap out, and we claimed our brand new VCW television champion, the Redeemer Miro, who will now go on to defend the title at VCW Hotbox in a triple threat. Good luck to the man himself. Now, after our final qualifier of Lee Moriarty qualifying for the Hotbox, we have our main event as our VCW World Champion Blade Franco fights Rey Fenix in a non-title bout where this one was really good. Off the rip, Blade Franco was trying to stay on the Phoenix, but Phoenix knew what to do, and that was stay under control of Blade Franco. You let Blade Franco breathe, he's going to take you out, just like he just did with that side suplex and starting off his own mission of offense onto his opponent. Sorry if I stuttered. But then the 808 almost took him out. Almost, but Rey Fenix wasn't having it, delivering his own Alpha Steve and busting open the man with both a drop kick and getting a 2 count here off that power driver. But then Franco came back on some Super Cena shit, hit another 808, and this one connected, giving the champion his victory. And as the champion was celebrating his victory for VCW Hotbox coming up, his opponent showed up into the ring, showcasing it will be Gunther versus Blade Franco in the main event for the championship. Alright, and this now wraps up VCW's rundown of Week 4 of VCW Live. Now I thank you guys for watching, and please, I do hope for you guys all tune in for this upcoming Saturday, to where this upcoming Saturday will be VCW's first pay-per-view here for free on Blade Franco Play channel, VCW Hotbox, where we have 10 matches lined up to be an epic card, and I hope to see you guys then. So until next time, I'm Blade Franco with the next rundown. I'll see you at Hotbox. Yap, yap.